Alright, I'm gonna give you guys something else this time. Most, something to lean on. My old staff is long gone. My replacement for it is long gone. This is my newest one. Needs decorating. Got feathers for it, and I just don't have a cord. I wish I'd kept my wife's hair. A nice long piece of that would have been perfect. But I didn't think, and now I don't have much to twine together and use. I have what I can find in, I have to project more, I guess, here. In a brush of hers, that's all I have left there. And I still haven't figured out how to deal with her ashes. But most of what I give you guys, in my grief, in my suicidal thoughts, whatever, is all my normal whining, right? I mean, this is the shit that maybe I don't put out most of the time. Right now, I'm particularly raw. It is, you know, the same as when I'm sick. And that's enough of a differentiation to make it say, well, you know, fuck it. It wasn't worth it anyway. You know, and it really isn't. And all of logic says that, and I'm not going to go further on that because there are rats out there among you. And I've said what I had to say about that, and I don't know if I can explore those things anymore. I don't know if it matters. Because in essence, those things aren't pretty. Some people say they help them to hear these things, to hear my struggles. Well, right now, maybe I can't talk about my real struggles, the things that really are challenging me. Maybe all I can do, well, I don't know. But what I have not done, at least not intentionally, is I haven't tried sharing my actual grief. And I feel like I need to stand to do this, which is why we're supporting ourselves. Everything's different. Why? Well, the interesting thing is I probably need to walk as well. And that's going to be difficult to manage. Although I can manage the grief. Without doing so, it's harder because, you know, there's this filter in the way. The filter of I'm speaking to another human. I don't want to just wail. You know, I don't want to just sob about it all. But there is this dichotomy between all the stuff that makes me a broken and difficult to cope with person for myself, for others. Let's not break the window while we're at it. This thing is damn heavy. It is unlike all my other staffs. But it's okay to lean on. It's like a wall almost. Okay, so what I face normally is intensified by the grief. It's what comes to mind. It's the things that maybe I can get a grip on. The actuality, though, is something else. You know, I fucking miss her, right? I knew that would be the case from the moment I saw her dead. From the moment I was expecting she was dead, even before, you know, the day she came up, I don't know if it was when I noticed that there was something wrong with her, or even before that. I think before that. I think it was my dreams. I think it was before my dreams that I was realizing something. Maybe just seeing her willingness, her decisiveness, her disassociation. But yeah, I mean, I knew that it would fucking hurt to not have there here. We've been together long enough that she's a part of me, you know? And she ripped that out. She ripped that part out. It hurts to have pieces of yourself torn away from you. Every time. I didn't think it would be as bad as with my first wife, because it didn't feel like it was as big a part. Well, I think it was. I think it was. It's just the time, the investment, the caring, even if there's no passion, even if there's so little we did together. It's like, you know, if you just rip my liver out, I'm probably not going to fucking be happy, even though I don't have a whole hell of a lot of time that I spend quality time with my liver. It's still there, and I kind of need it, you know. And there are so many things that meant so much more than I thought they could, you know. Things that I don't see regenerating ever with anyone. I'm not sure all those little things meant as much with my first wife. I mean, they did, obviously, because what I sought out was someone that I could have that kind of, or the similar kind of wordplay with. That just, Jesus. But with her, maybe it felt more, because there were other things. There was the passion, there was gaming together, there were so many other things that maybe that wordplay was at the level, you know, that I had with friends that I met in college, that I spent a lot of time with. That I had with other girlfriends, just, you know, little connections, those simple little word connections. Well, here maybe there were more. Here maybe they reached a depth that, I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's so fucking raw right now. But I do not remember feeling as much pain about those things before. And that pain is not in and of itself something that drives me anywhere. It's the lack, the missing, there's something not here that is the added. And I had this before. I really don't think I have the will to do it again. You know? Hell, you know, my first wife booted me out, I was 35. I wasn't an old graybeard. There were things that about me that I still think that someone younger that I would find attractive. And yeah, you know, I'm shallow that way, fucking shallow as hell. I don't think that someone that I build those ties with would grow unattractive to me with age, but I find it very hard to find any desire towards linking with someone who is anywhere near my age, you know? And then there's also the childishness, but because that's important, not just mine, but that resonance of childishness, the complementary aspects. this is where my first wife was so perfect. She was better able to interface and deal with society. She could do the things that needed to be done. My last wife was not. Maybe in some ways she was better than me, but in others she was worse. And I felt the need to protect her from that and took the burden on all myself when I am incapable of it, which is the source of all the other things, right? The things we cannot speak about to you, because some among you can't understand. Some among you think that there's other shit, other normal human shit that you can lay on me, that you can make me into one of you little fucking drones. Well, the hell with you. Because that's not what I want to be. I'm not going to get on my knees before your God and suck his cock, okay? I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to do the same with human society. It's the same shit. I know what works for, well, no. I know what doesn't work for me. I've tasted it. I don't like it. It's bitter. Shit. But back to the so many little things. Because that's the grief. You know, there is a little bit of, oh shit, here I am making a mess out of my counters again because, you know, she would come and wipe them clean every day. And that's a shame that that's not there. There's that missing. But the big thing is missing the pieces where her reaction was the important piece. And that was all that we had left for me, I think. But that was enough. Somehow. Those shared moments, whatever they were, even though and building that up required still that drive forward, you know. How do you fucking spend a decade with someone who doesn't appeal to you? You know? There were things about her that infuriated me, especially initially, you know. Her inability, like, I remember one case in Phoenix. I was taking a shortcut with her. And we came to like a place where there's a wall that's about this high. Then I could scramble up easily, she couldn't. Why? Well, because she's pathetic, or was, in so many ways. It was definitely something she could climb. Anybody could. I could have given her a help, but nope. And I kind of boost her, not entirely under her will, and you know, she ends up like ripping her pants or her leggings or whatever, skinning her knee, and it was just like this complete, you know, this was one of the great evils that I committed, you know. And I understand that, you know. But on the other hand, it really was the shorter way through. And there was actually another way to scramble up that didn't involve, you know, hopping the wall, whatever. But, yeah. And then, you know, just little things I face. Like when I went on the Chipmunk Trail, the first time I went there, the pain was just too much. That was something that was hers and mine. Yes, I found it first. Yes, I took her there. But it became just something very special. And then, you know, I happened to see plenty of chipmunks on it and a rabbit. I only saw a rabbit the fucking first time I went with her, you know. And things have changed and that hurts too. But again, that hurt, that kind of grief, there's something beautiful about it. That's how I fucking know her. That's how she lives on in being all. There's not a problem with that. That's like listening to music. That's like my past that I have. And in a sense, that's one of the few things that I can hold on to and say, yeah, you know, this shit, this pain is why I can't leave, because only through it is there anything left. So you can understand, it's not the specifics of my grief that drive anything. It's the situation. A situation that is not temporary. One that is as bleak as it ever seemed. And anything that I get beyond that bleakness, anything that tempers and reduces the misery of normal existence is just a gift, and pain is such a gift. So you see, it's not like I fucking need grief counseling. I need the things that, no, I need nothing. Because I've always been a fucking island. If I've survived this fucking long, there's only one thing that can probably take me down. And this is why I was immortal, and I'm not sure if it's happening again. Maybe the bird died. But I suspect the only thing that can take me down is my mother. And that's why I have to hate her. I should have helped you do it. And that only makes it the worse. Because it's something else I can't control. And I'm someone who must control everything. Maybe you'll see some of this.